Hi, welcome to dcosmic.com. I'm Beyonder. I'm here with
D to the A, B to the I, D to the J. It's a pugilist, blessing souls that are here and gone before. Metaphor. Go praise. Blah.
That's David J to everybody else, the pugilist. Yeah. He's our featured guest for today. So David, tell the people about yourself.
Well, I love words. I love playing with words. I love lyrics. I have lyrics next to lyrics, beside lyrics, on top of lyrics, beside lyrics. I've got a lyric in between the other lyric, and jammed in that lyric, there's another lyric. If you burst that lyric, you find another L that's connected to the other lyric. Love lyrics, man. Love lyrics. What I do comes from here. I bring it from the solar plexus. My name's the PU. It's a pugilist. Ripping the microphone off the top of the dome, connecting everybody with a pugilistic lyrical style as I just start to get in position, and then I start to spit some of my lyrics. The meanest Illuminati leaders want to crucify us like Jesus, and stripe us like zebras and Adidas, and leave us in single cells like amoebas throughout history to this trip, naked and whipped, until my flesh ripped hard and feathered and beaten, semi-unconscious. But before I go, I must send this message to my unborn friends. I would run, but I wouldn't get far with these broken limbs. Now they're dangling above ground level. They've cut and severed both of my Achilles tendon fibers, so as the blood pours off my 18th century shackles. I'm finding it hard to breathe up here. The rope around my neck tightens every time I struggle. My respirational rate is in further trouble because I'm ill.
Tell me, what was the motivation to touch off with that particular piece?
Well, whatever, it's whatever's in the chamber at the moment, you know what I mean? I've got some stuff I'm working on, like a teardrop story that is like, basically I've been pushing that forward. I'm seeing that's the one that the weapons inspectors have got to look at. But that one's going to be heavy. I ain't written nothing like that, and that's coming straight from the heart. That's the one we taking across the water. So hopefully, you know what I mean, we'll be leaving the postcode on that.
Those some exclusives.
Yeah, that's in the back.
So David, I know you've got a love affair with martial arts.
Yes.
Yes. Could you enlighten us?
Well, basically, there's a martial artist, and it's a philosophy. Basically, you see in the film Legendary Weapons of China, which is like the 18th weapons. If you add the 8 and the 1 equals the 9 in numerology. So that is basically where I connect with, because I watched a lot when I was young. Bruce Lee, when he was connecting his chakra points and doing his thing. So I had the name sort of the pugilist, which I've been using, and I broke it down as an acronym. When I was very braggadocio, I still maintain a slight percentage. It meant possibly untouchable, guaranteeing immortal lyrics and sophisticated techniques. That's what it actually means. So, as I say, try and write each verse as if it's your last piece of work, because at that time there was a lot of stuff going on in my life, and the only thing I could actually control was when I'm on the mic. So it was a thing where, things I weren't in control of, and when I was in battle mode, it was basically to humiliate your opponent by any means vocabulary. That's what we was under, because you love the art form. The art form was your wife. And then you see people do great, yeah, black, I'm on the no, what are you doing? Now when God we dust, all of these counterfeit lyricists and stupid idiots and fake pugilistical counterfeits. And my name is the pugilistical, untouchable, diabolical, tell them again. My name is the pugilistical, untouchable, come on, it looks like you're glorifying yourself. The pugilistical, untouchable, diabolical, incredible master of microphone check twos, and all of my condoms are made of velvet because I'm so king smooth. You've got a small portal there where you can transmit all your energy, and people are listening, man, sprinkle some substance in it. I think my first start, it was a lot of, profanity. And the thing is, I switched it, mixed it, put scriptures, and I just grew with it. So it was a blessing, as I said, connected with theatre. I knew that any boy could make one, but it takes a real man to raise one. But I chose to neglect my moral obligations. Thoughts of me being called dad, I wasn't ready. I believed it wasn't my time. I apologized when I said the child wasn't mine. I just wanted an open relationship under my terms, because I yearned to live off whatever you earned. Now my Southeast wood is unforgiving like Clint, because I took the words, go forth and multiply, out of context. I was proud of what I actually should have been ashamed of. I let my unfaithfulness pull us apart like babies in King Solomon's court. Now the God is looking down on me because I fertilized the seed and I did stay to see the roots grow. I didn't want to play the father role, and I didn't want to act responsible. The date is irrelevant, but the time is important, though. Father's Day. And I can see you there, holding your own hand in the delivery room. And when they ask who is the father? Who is the father? You said who?
You mentioned before the mindset of putting all your focus into the words and looking out to basically battle. So you're coming from a rap background, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to tell the people?
Rap background, and as I said, it connects with martial arts, because in martial arts you've also got a thing called the one-inch finger punch, which basically Bruce Lee did, and it was a thing where you channeled all your energy into one point, and that's basically what, you know what I mean, MC, monumental capabilities, just delivering what you can do. You channel all your energy into that one point. You collect all your ingredients, astrology, science, life, elders, and you sprinkle it and you make it. So there's 34 lines on a page. You bless every line. Bless every line. 35th is the margin on the left side. It quickens to the pen glides. And now your soul is in synchronization with thoughts from the mind. And you can connect people's souls and hearts every time. Bless. That's surrealism. That album's coming soon. Get ready. We're on that. The Cosmic. Watch out.
We love that. We love that. That's David J. People live and direct. Pull it out of the wind.
Bless. I was young. I got the connection with the theatre. My mum, my mum and dad was there basically, and they saw me just glide through. And then after that, you know what I mean, I've always had that sort of off, you know, that little connection she used to bring me. I saw, you know, Sweeney Todd in the early days, and also seeing Merchant of Venice there, you know what I mean, a pound of flesh, you know what I mean, all them little things. So all them little sounds, you know, those things came in. So I incorporated that and sprinkled it into my style. When I spoke to my uncle now, my uncle wasn't happy with the content of my lyrics, which was battle lyrics, humiliation, going after people's family members, disgracing and dishonoring them in order to win and become, you know, leave the event with a certain regal presence, which I thought at the time was what the art form was. But then I realized, you know, connecting with the elders as well, you can sprinkle messages in your thing. So the blessing was now, when he told me to look up Shakespeare, which I kept away from at school, I realized I can incorporate that. And as I said, there is a culture of honoring dead people's work in order to not even connect with what you can do in the living in your own lifetime. So at the end of the day, I looked at it and I thought, you know, is that a fake prime minister? Is that a fake gangster? Is that a fake house poet I see before me? If so, make haste your departure. Be gone, my wayward son, for I put life in its sense so I could murder one. I bring death to you like Queen Margaret's curse upon a tardy repute soul. Curb your futile attempts to overthrow me. Uneasy lies the head that tries to touch my crown. For I shall yield to none of woman born, or untimely ripped right now. Face my scorn, face your jaw. Descendant of my thought withdraw, for hell have no fury. Then the pugilistic metaphor curse it with the hand that raiseth against me, and woe betide he who intensifies my hatred. For even if thy birth be of that untimely rip, you shall surely fall beheaded like Macbeth underlings. Feast your eyes upon the horrific sequences of malicious vengeance when they behave like Lucius and Titicus and Andronicus. The pugilist is more treacherous than the tongue of Largo and the earlobe of Othello Rodrigo. So you impertinent Prosperos, thou art due to get your title stripped for your insolence. Come hither not, you little of names. For I shall kill like Sir James Tyrrell. Therefore I bid thee farewell, because all your backs are still unprotected like Julius. So after I seize your life, I'll leave the scene on. Act 3 bloody, then Casca's knife, or Brutus's last strike. I'll kill him in a cold place just to see what? Just to see what your last breath looks like. It's pugilistic, untouchable, diabolical, incredible. Elohim.
Well, you got it there, folks. Live and direct on dcosmic.com. David J showing you some flavors, some rap, and some poetry, and some theater.